Welcome back to Lab Cyber. It is June 23rd, 2026, and today marks the official launch of the brand new Cybersecurity Analyst Certification version 4 from CompTIA. So what I want to do in today's video is to give you all the important details about the certification, everything you need to know, and I'm also going to compare it to the previous version 3. Now, speaking of the version 3, I should let you know that it is still relevant today. Just because version 4 is now officially out doesn't mean that version 3 has been phased out. Version 3 will be phased out towards the end of the year, around December or early January 2027 at the latest. So just very quickly, if your question here is, okay, should I quickly take the version 3 before it goes out, or should I go with version 4? My recommendation to you would be to go with version 4. But version 4 is here. What exactly do we need to know? Now, first things first, regarding the exam details, it's very similar to version 3. Nothing much has really changed here. You still have the duration of 165 minutes. A number of questions will be a maximum of 85, which will be based on multiple choice and then performance based. And then the passing score, which is actually quite competitive. It is 750 on a scale of 100 to 900. Now, when it comes to the recommended experience, CompTIA is saying about 4 years in a role of a SOC analyst. In all honesty, I wouldn't say you need 4 years. If you have 1 year experience, I think personally that should be enough. Keep in mind that this is still, at the end of the day, an exam which you can prepare for, which you can actually read for and pass. So real life work experience, yes, obviously it can help, and the more years of experience you actually have, the better. But ultimately, I don't think you need 4 years. I will say if you have 1 year at least, you should be good to go. Now, let's talk about the actual exam objectives, because this is, of course, where you'll have the big difference between version 3 and version 4. Now, for version 4, you will see right here that we do have security operations at 34%, vulnerability management at 26%, incident response and management at 24%, and then finally reporting and communication at 16%. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing the CySA Plus certification exam, you might not think much of this, but then if you were to compare version 3 and version 4 in terms of the weights of the exam objectives, you will begin to understand why we do have some very massive differences. Now, first of all, security operations has gone up from 33% in version 3 to 34% in version 4. Not much of a change right there. I mean, security operations is still the bulk of the exam objectives, which makes perfect sense because the actual certification itself, the CySA Plus certification, is meant for SOC analysts, is meant for cybersecurity professionals who want to go into security operations. However, take a look at vulnerability management and incident response and management. You will notice that with version 3, vulnerability management had 30%, it's dropped to 26%, and that 4%, that difference has actually gone to the incident response management. In version 3, it only had 20%, but now in version 4, we have it at 24%. Now, why is this the case? Well, CompTIA have realized that in real-world scenarios and real-life situations, most security analysts actually spend more time responding to incidents, managing incidents, than vulnerability management. Also, keep in mind that AI has become a very important part in cybersecurity. So when it comes to the vulnerability management aspects in cybersecurity, you're going to see AI doing more and more of the heavy lifting. However, when it comes to incident response and managing incidents, at least for the next few years, you're still going to see humans being taking the bulk of that challenge. And that's because, obviously, when a company suffers an incident, you want a human analyst to be able to respond quickly and effectively. It is a lot of responsibility and a lot of things can go wrong. So leaving that kind of role to an AI is very risky, considering that AI can make mistakes, AI can hallucinate. So at least for the next few years, until AI becomes super smart, you will have humans doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to incident response and management. But for vulnerability management, you will see AI taking more of that role. And then finally, reporting and communication, you have a 1% drop from 70% to 16% for our version 4. But nevertheless, the fact that reporting and communication takes a pretty sizable portion at 16% tells you that being able to communicate effectively is a very important skill for becoming a well-rounded cybersecurity professional. One thing I've always said on this channel is that if you want to go far in your cybersecurity career, if you want to get promotions and get to senior roles, technical ability alone will not be enough. you need to learn some very, very soft skills, and being able to communicate effectively is one of those important skills. Now, going further down into the actual objectives themselves, the big change as far as security operations is concerned is that obviously we now have an entire section dedicated to AI. Obviously, right? I mean, we're living in the age of AI right now, and any kind of cybersecurity certification that doesn't have some AI in it kind of feels empty nowadays. So obviously, the big change for version 4 right now is that you have a dedicated section for AI. So we do have AI risks, hallucinations, data exposure, model poisoning, and of course, malicious prompts, and then also AI governance as well, and then use cases, analyzing log files, document creation, and so on. So you do have a dedicated section specifically for AI. Moving on to the other categories under vulnerability management, it's pretty much still very, very similar to what you have in version 3. Nothing much has really changed in here as such. And then for incident response and management, you now have more of an emphasis on the cyber kill chain, the diamond model of intrusion analysis, and then the meta attack framework. And just as an insider tip for you, you should spend as much time as possible learning the meta attack framework. It is covered very, very heavily in the actual exam itself. And then moving on to, of course, reporting and communication, very, very similar to what you have in version 3. So that's pretty much it for the version 4 CySA Plus, again, launching today, June 23rd, 2026. I will make a follow-up video as, of course, we start seeing more and more people taking the exam, feedback from students. We'll have access to some of the practice questions. You can see right now that the practice questions for the exam hasn't yet been released. So as the exam becomes a bit, there is more exposure, you have more and more people taking the exam, CompTIA releases more information, I might probably end up making a follow-up video for this particular certification. But that's it for the CySA version 4. Release all the information you need to know about the exam. Are you planning on taking CySA 4? Do let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you. Put your comments down in the section below. I always respond to all comments here on my channel. So if you're new here to the channel, welcome to Lab Server. My name is Alex. I cover news, information, tutorials around the world of AI and cybersecurity. So if you do enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.